สวัสดีครับ Hi, this is Stuart J. Raj here for Cracking Thai Fundamentals Thai Bites. Today we're going to be looking at a topic that's going to help you start speaking Thai a lot more tat or clearer to native Thai speakers. And it'll help you lose that foreigner twinge or twang to your accent. Now, I call it taking control of your throat by counting in Thai. And if you've taken any of the Cracking Thai Fundamentals modules, you'll know it's all about your throat and the muscles in your mouth. So normally, if you ask somebody to count uh, in Thai, and it's a foreigner, they will go into this listing paradigm saying 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll see that you get this pattern of 1. Let me just bring the thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If there are only three things, it'll be 1, 2, 3. But in English, we have this sound paradigm that is basically anything in a list, whether it's words or numbers or things that you're counting, you do a rising tone for all the items up to the last item, and the last item is a falling tone. Now, this reaps havoc on your Thai or any tonal language because those pitches, those pitch contours that you bring in from English and superimpose onto Thai, you end up saying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Doesn't matter how hard or how well-intentioned you are to get the tones right, if you're not consciously taking these sound paradigms from your English subconscious away from your Thai, they're going to go over and Thais are going to go, huh? อะไรวะ ไอ้ฝรั่งบ้าบอพูดอะไรอยู่ What's this crazy ฝรั่ง saying? So right now we're going to I'll show you a way to get rid of this phenomenon that occurs. So now let's take a look at the numbers, how they would really be in Thai. Now, I don't particularly like these symbols when they're used for pronunciation, where you've got like this little dip here for the rising tone and the slant down for the low tone. So what I'm going to do next to them is I'm going to write a little graph to show where your voice is really plotted for these tones. So we have Soon, starts low and gets higher. Ning. It's low and stays low. Song starts low and goes higher. Sam, low and goes higher. C starts low and stays low. Ha starts high and falls down. Ho starts low and stays low. Jet starts low and stays low. Bad starts low and stays low. Cow. So we start high and fall down. And finally, number 10, sip. Starts low and stays low. Now, let me just say them once through for you. I'll point it as we go. So we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, where a lot of learners of Thai get into trouble is they just try and mimic the pitches. And so they'll hear somebody speak and try and mimic the pitches and hope that it sounds right. Now, the problem is that those pitch contours aren't the only thing that's going on here. Those pitch contours are actually a byproduct of what the throat is doing at the beginning and at the end of the syllable. So let's have a look here. Soon, what's happening? When you go down low, your throat's actually pressed down. So, and then what happens? Your throat closes up. And you see there's no tone marker here in the Thai writing. So what actually happens with these when your throat's open and then your throat closes up, it makes a rising tone. Soon. Now watch here. We have a tone marker, mai ek. Mai ek, that means keep the tone down in Central Thai. So where this is soon and it rises up here, this mai ek is saying, we want this end of the tone here to stay at the same level. So soon, ning. Now here we don't have any tone marker on the s. It rises just like the 0. So Song. Pull the throat up. Song. Song. You see that? Ah. My throat closes as it closes, it pulls the tone up. 3 4. Now, with this 3 is the same as song, but 4. Look, I've got my ek tone marker. I prefer to call them throat position markers. So 4 means to keep that end of the tone pushed down. 4 because if you know in Thai, that's actually a high class letter, high class with a ek. So you push that tone down at the end and the beginning. So 4. Now, ha. Ha, we have this tone marker here. It's a maito. So you'll learn that a maito on a h or this high class H sound, ha, is going to make falling. But what a falling tone is basically have your throat tight at the beginning, ha, and then open it up. Ha, 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 and makes that falling sound. But actually it's throat tight to throat open. Ha. And then here again we have hawk. Now we don't have a ek, but this got at the end is simulating what the ek does. It stops the throat down low. So hawk is this low tone. The same is happening here with the number 7, det. This T at the end is simulating what the ek does. It keeps that throat down. So det, it cuts it off and keeps it low. Bad, bad, keeps it low. And then again we have gao. This is a maito tone marker on the ga, which is a middle class, but it actually means a falling tone. But again, let's not think falling tone. Let's think throat starts tight and then it releases. Gao, gao, which is a falling tone. And then finally, once again, we have this. It's a dead because at the end, sip, sip, and it keeps the throat down, just like the ek does for these high class letters. When I say high class, middle class, low class, if you haven't got to that yet in your Thai, don't worry, but just understand that these letters where your throat's open in the beginning, originally from the Sanskrit letters, and that has this breath over them, they're called high class. If the throat's closed, it's a middle class, easy. And the low class were originally all the ones that use the voice, but now they don't. So here we go, sip, sip. Now, if you have a look here, we have how many rising tones we've got? Okay, soon is rising, but then we have song, sam. These two are rising, and what else? We have just sam, si, ha, hok, jet, bat. So basically, they're the only rising tones. We just have ning, song, sam that are rising. How many falling and soon, of course, that are rising? How many falling tones do we have? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, ha. So ha is a falling tone. And what other falling tones do we have? We only have the number 9, falling. So we've got 2 falling tones. We've got 2 rising tones and then +1, which is the 0. And then all the rest, look at that, they're all low tones. That's low. That's low, that's low, that's low, that's low. So out of all of these, you can see that this low tone is very common in the numbers, and that might be an easy way. You can just remember which ones map to which tones here. We've got ning, low, song, sam. So song, sam is this pair of rising tones. Si, keep the throat down, is low. Ha, falling, throat starts tight and opens up. 6, 7, 8. These 3 keeping the throat down. 9, 9. Throat starts tight and loosens up. 9. Falling tone, just like ha. 5. And then sip. Sip. Starts low and ends low, just like all of these here. So this time, instead of just counting the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, ha, and doing this English paradigm where you rise up with all of the numbers or all the things you're listening except the last one, I want you to try and read them according to these and really take control of your throat. Are you ready? 0 1 2 3 4. Keep it down. 5 6 7 8 9 10 That's great. Now, try it again and we'll get a little bit of speed up. We'll cut 0 out for the moment. Let's do 1 to 5. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 Okay, now let's go on to 10. 6 7 8 9 10 6 7 8 9 10 Now all together. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 How did you go? This, I know many people, you'd probably know your numbers and you've probably known them so well that they come by second nature if you've been in Thailand for any amount of time. I would like you to go back over this module and relearn the numbers, and as you relearn them, retrain your throat to be able to function in a new way. Use those muscles and train new muscle memory. You'll be surprised because once you use these numbers as a guidepost, you'll notice that all these tones in your throat positions is going to flow on into all the rest of the Thai that you speak, and it's going to sound a lot more tat จะพูดชัดขึ้นนะครับ You'll speak much more clearer, and native Thais will have a much easier time listening to you when you're speaking Thai. I'm Stuart J. Raj, and this is Cracking Thai Fundamentals Thai Bites. สวัสดีครับ